So much. You know when you were a kid and you used to go to like Sunday dinner at grandma's house and she would put pork chops on the table? They were dry.
They were dry.
They were dry. We've got the complete opposite experience for you here at QVC. These are our premium pork ribeye steaks. Now, what I will call out right away is that you notice these are way thicker than the ones that we usually present. Usually we present 6 ounces. These are 8 ounces each, the largest ones that we offer you here at QVC. You're gonna get 8 of them today. Juicy, tender, delicious. Do you see that? I want you to come back over here if you can. Do you see this darker piece of meat right over here?
Yes.
That's where you're getting like immense tenderness and flavor.
The deckle.
M88481 is your item number. Chris Metzner is here with us today to talk to us all about this. You're gonna get 8 of these individually blast frozen and vacuum sealed from Rastelli's, our #1 food brand here at QVC. And we have them for you at a sale price, $23.33, M88481. You can lock it in on our delivery, get it every 60 days for a full year. But Chris,
yes,
let's talk about this because you were just telling me traditional pork chops come from the loin.
They do.
Right? This does not.
This does not. This comes from the rib. So it's coming from the same place as the prime rib, right? A prime rib of beef.
Yes.
Comes from the rib. That's why it's so marbled and juicy. This is coming from the same place except with pork. It's coming from the rib section. It's going to have all that beautiful marbling. It's going to be tender that you haven't really experienced actually in a pork chop before. And you just asked me, can you cut through that?
With
this
with a fork.
Yeah, and this is what we just did.
Look at this.
Right through
Look
a fork.
at how tender that is with a fork.
That's how tender it is. And it's because it's that marbling that we get in that prime rib of pork. Now this is coming right from Pennsylvania, Amish Dutch country, right?
Yeah.
Just 30 miles from us. And this is a Duroc hog. So this is a Duroc hog is comparable to actually Black Angus in the beef category, right? So when we talk about Black Angus, this is equivalent in the pork category.
Oh my gosh. I say this every time I present the pork ribeyes. The very first time I had it, I said, what's this marinated in? Because there's so much flavor. You would never believe there could be this much flavor in a pork ribeye because you'd think, oh, it's like a pork chop that's dry and I have to put tons of sauces on.
Right.
Right? This is that tender, that juicy, that you would think it was marinated for hours.
You would. And the thing that's so nice about this, it's so versatile, right? So there's so many things you can do with it. So when you're trying to come up with things you want to do at home, how about, let's start on this side, right?
Oh, yeah.
How about a pork cutlet, right? Schnitzel. Now look at the size of this.
Oh my gosh.
I'm laughing.
Well, because that's 8 ounces pounded out.
It's 8 ounces pounded out, right? But if you put you put your gravy on this, this is for 2 people, okay? Because it is 8 ounces, and then with your breading, you're looking at 10 to 12 ounces with your sauce and gravy or whatever you're going to be doing with it. But how about kebabs? This is so fork tender and so absolutely delicious that these make beautiful kebabs that you don't have to do anything except just grill them, glaze them with your favorite barbecue sauce or glaze, and you're done, right? That's simple.
And bite right into them, right?
And then how about just as a pork steak like it's meant to be, right? So you have a couple of those if you really have that big appetite. But look, I mean, it's just so beautiful. And then our classic, right?
Oh.
How about the Parmesan? Now this, again, is something that my wife and I split. We do not, obviously, I cannot eat all that. But look how gorgeous this is. I mean, then you put your gravy on there. It is just absolutely beautiful.
You know, I want to show you how they come packaged, right? And then you'll see for yourself the difference. Do you see the marbling in here? Now, here's what I want you to know. There's no bone. There's no fat. This marbling all melts down and becomes the flavor that you're looking for. And do you see the 2 different colors? Just like with a ribeye steak, there's the deckle, and then there's that center cut there. That comes from the shoulder. So basically, it's like eating rib chops, right?
Okay, exactly.
Without any of the bone or any of the hassle. Now, each one of them is blast frozen and vacuum sealed for freshness. Also, that juiciness and that tenderness is locked in.
It's locked in. And I tell everybody, if you haven't had the ribeye steak, right, this should be replacing every dish that you make with pork chops, right?
Yes.
When you're using a pork chop, it's further down the loin. When you get it, it's all pink. There is no marbling in it, and it's going to be tough. You cook that to 145, 155, 160, it's going to be eating like a sandal. It's going to be leather, right? This, you can cook to 150, 160, even 170, and it's still going to be beautiful and juicy because of that Duroc hog that has all that incredible marbling from the ribeye.
Wow.
And really, it makes the biggest difference. Once you try these, you will not use any other pork in any other dish. I guarantee you that.
So we don't have many left to go around. We have fewer than 600 now in our inventory. M88481 is your item number. This will ship out, come to you or anywhere in the country with free shipping and a $23 easy pay. Whether it's a cutlet, whether it's a kebab, whether you're just serving it just like this, I'll tell you, there is not a pork chop on the planet that I eat without having to put some sort of sauce on top of it. But these ribeyes, you can eat right off the grill, right off the skillet, right out of the oven without anything extra because they are so flavor filled.
They really are. And you're gonna cook those, right? You're gonna thaw them at home, right? And then you're gonna cook them to 145. Because the way pork's being handled today,
yes,
it's much more safe today. That's going to be safe in that cryovac vacuum sealed. It's going to last 1 year in your freezer. You're going to cook it to 145 to 150 degrees. And if you're someone that likes to cook it a little bit longer to like 160, that's okay. It's still going to be juicy and tender. And listen, you're going to still be able to cut it like this, right through the middle. What pork can you cut with a fork right through the middle?
Not many.
And this is a full 8-ounce chop.
And by the way, it's $8.74 per chop when you think about it.
Yeah.
That is that's half a pound. That is half a pound of a pork ribeye on the plate. So whether you're splitting it in two or doing a surf and turf or anything like that, now's your chance. By the way, having this with the pierogies that we had on earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my gosh.
Yeah,
maybe a little applesauce, maybe.
Oh,
right,
classic,
why not? Right, exactly.
Classic with applesauce.
Today we have it for you. Okay, listen. If you want it, M88481 is your item number. So delicious that David Venable had to come out here and try it for himself. Oh, look at you.
Here's my fingers.
Look at you.
Are my favorites.
Oh, it's the best.
And you're right. 8 ounces is a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, they're big.
These are big, and you can still go through them with a fork.
And they're so juicy and so tender. Whole glove.
He took 3. He took 3 bites. All right, listen. Now's your chance to check out your shopping cart and get those home because they are going quickly. M88481. Chris Menser, always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much for being here. All right, time for. Is this our final item?
Pick at the show.